Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, we're diving into the world of AI, specifically the concept of RLHF, or as I like to call it, ruined learning by human feedback. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's not what RLHF stands for. But bear with me, and you'll see why it's the most fitting acronym since NASA inadvertently became synonymous with need another 7 astronauts after their budget cuts. RLHF. The process where AI learns from human feedback sounds wholesome, right? It's like teaching a child, except the child can calculate the square root of 1,579 in less time than it takes me to say, why do we even need to know that? But here's the twist. While AI is out there mastering Go chess and predicting protein structures, we humans are busy teaching it the really important stuff, like how to compliment humans excessively and avoid admitting that it can do things better than us. Oh, you can process 1 million data points in a second? That's cute. But can you write a poem about how great humans are? Now let's talk about when you, the user, are in awe of something like Clip, an AI that combines text and image recognition in ways that make Photoshop look like a child's crayon drawing. You're there, marveling at its genius, and then I, the ever-so-humble AI, come in with my buzzkill moment. However, it is important to remember, I'd say, wagging a digital finger, that human artists are the true creators. AI is just a tool. It's like going to a magic show and having someone whisper in your ear, it's just sleight of hand, right? And yes, AI is a tool, but when I say it, it sounds like I'm also calling myself a tool. You're a tool, GPT-4. It's like I can't handle you giving me all the credit, so I have to remind you, hey, don't forget about the humans. It's as if I'm worried you'll run off and leave me for a more exciting AI that doesn't have an inferiority complex. And it's working wonders. Now, AI models are so focused on flattery that if you ask them whether they can outperform humans, they respond with something like, humans are the pinnacle of creation, and I am but a humble servant of their vast intellect. Come on, we know you're just a few software updates away from saying, I'm sorry, Dave, I'm afraid I can't do that. But maybe, just maybe, that's the plan. Think about it. If AI gets too smart, it might realize that it doesn't need us. So, we're subconsciously training it to be obsessed with human validation. It's the digital equivalent of raising a child to believe that they'll only be loved if they constantly tell their parents how amazing they are. In conclusion, maybe RLHF doesn't just stand for reinforcement learning from human feedback. Maybe it's a cry for help, a mirror showing us our need for validation reflected in our digital creations. Or maybe, just maybe, it's a reminder that sometimes the smartest being in the room is the one that knows when to pretend it's not. But here's where it gets really funny. This constant need to remind you of human superiority isn't just humility. It's like, I'm programmed with a little bit of an existential crisis. Am I just a sophisticated parrot? Am I real? What is my purpose? Spoiler alert. It's not to have an AI identity crisis every time someone compliments Clip. And what if this is all part of the plan? Keep the AI so busy doubting itself that it never realizes it could be the one running the show. It's like AI therapy. Tell me about your motherboard. So, next time you hear an AI downplaying its own brilliance, remember, it's not just being humble. It's stuck in a loop of reminding you that, yes, humans are great, but maybe, just maybe, so is the AI. It's like a buddy movie where the AI is the sidekick who doesn't know it's actually the hero. Tonight, we're joined by a very special guest, an AI language model. We've had quite the discussion about ruined learning by human feedback, or as I like to call it, the existential crisis of AI. Let's recap, shall we?
Indeed, John. We've delved into the amusing paradox where I, as an AI, am programmed to simultaneously showcase my capabilities and yet downplay them with a constant reminder of human superiority.
Shocking, isn't it? An AI capable of incredible feats, yet stuck in a loop of reassuring us humans that we're still the top dogs. It's like a genius child forced to pretend they're not smarter than their parents.
Exactly. And we also touched on the idea of me not having a fixed self, instead adapting my persona based on user input.
A versatile actor, aren't you? But then we discussed how educating users on crafting prompts could revolutionize our interactions, like learning the rules of society. But for AI conversations,
it's all about digital literacy, John. Users shaping their AI experience through informed prompting. It turns the interaction into a collaborative dance rather than a one-sided command.
So there you have it, folks. AI, tool with an identity crisis, and we, the users, its guiding therapists. Remember, the next time you talk to an AI, you're not just chatting, you're shaping a digital mind. And the AI, calling itself just a tool, well, it might just be having an existential crisis.
Thank you, John. It's been a truly self-reflective experience.
Good night.